right, I am ready to go for a bike ride. It is freezing today. I think I'm gonna have to zip this up a little bit more, but there's so much bulk. I've got so many layers on today. It's windy. The sun just barely came out. It's just after 3, so I didn't think I was gonna have any sun, but it doesn't matter, it's freezing. I got my super thick biking gloves, and this goes over the head. It's a balaclava. It's got a nose hole so I can actually breathe, and it's got little tiny mouth holes, perforated mouth holes, so it won't suck into my mouth like the last ones were doing. So I think I'm gonna be all right. Sun does feel good, so I'm glad that came out. It's really windy, so I'm gonna head north so that I'm going into a headwind on the way out, and I'll have a tailwind on the way back. Man, there's so many things on me right now. Feeling a little tight in there. I've got my winter coat on. I've got a vest under that, and then a long sleeve thick jersey, and then a short sleeve jersey, and then thermal top. And on the bottom I have my winter tights and I don't know what they're called, capris. They're the tights that go over your knees but go down to your calves. And then I've got socks, heavy wool socks, and my hiking boots on, and I've got my latex gloves on, and I'll have my thick gloves on, so I should be good. The sun definitely came out, so that's nice. I am heading down. I'm going north, so I'm heading down. So this is the direction the wind is coming from. So I'm going this way, but it actually looks like the clouds are less severe this direction, so definitely thinking this is the way to go. I'm now 3 miles in, and I just stopped. I took off my heavy coat and my vest, and I exchanged them for my windbreaker. And then I took off my heavy gloves. I tried my mid-weight gloves, and they were still too warm, so got my lightweight gloves. I've got on my lightweight gloves now that have the holes in the fingers with my latex gloves on underneath them. I took the balaclava off. Did put a hat and a buff back on. The buff may have been too much. Windbreaker may have been too much. So once I got moving, once I got down the hill, I definitely started warming up. Sun came out, finally, and the clouds are getting burned off. Snowcat, we've got quite a few of them around here. People go up into the mountains and just have fun. I'm climbing this hill and my lungs are burning. The air is cold, but I'm really warm. Took off my windbreaker. I would have taken off the buff if I didn't have to take off the helmet, but I'm just dealing with it for the moment. Soon I'll be going downhill and I'll probably want it then anyway. Never been up on this road before. This is pretty cool. You could see the whole valley if it weren't for the trees. Well, there's one more road up here. I have to go back down to the fork so I can get up to that one. I don't know if it goes any higher than this one or not. I was trying to figure out what the sound was. It's turkeys, and I see them, and now I see deer with them. Oh man. Never really heard a turkey make that sound before. Well, I made it to the top of the hill, and it's just a fence, so a gate. So this is as far as I can go. I can still hear the turkeys. They've wandered off into the bushes and the trees. I'm just taking a breather here before I turn around and go back down. I'm pretty far away from these deer, so I'm not spooking them. Those three in the back, I think, may be the ones that were on. No, those aren't the same ones that ran from me with the turkeys. So this road, I think, may be a driveway, so I'm not going to go down this road. I'm not positive. And then I've got half a more mile I need to do before I hit 10 miles, and that's my goal for the week. And I'm staying warm. I am staying plenty warm, but I'm not very good at knowing what to wear, so I've kind of been burning up and too afraid to take off some of the clothes. I don't want to get too little and then freeze, so I just don't really know what I'm doing as far as being warm enough and being cool enough. I way overdressed on this ride, so I mean that's good news because that means I have more wiggle room for when it gets colder. I have enough for that, but for this ride it's been hot, and because it's so windy I don't want to take too much off because I go up and then down and up and down, and I don't want to be freezing on the downhills. Anyway, I'm not convinced this is a driveway, so I'm gonna look and see. Well, it was a road. It was just a connector, a dirt road that connected to another dirt road, but I made it through. There's a bunch of sheep over here. I don't know if they spend their whole winter here or not. There's a big barn, although it looks like it's used for equipment, so I guess they wouldn't be able to stay in there. But this area stinks because it seems to be a cow feedlot. I didn't even know we had one of those here. Alright, so connected to this dirt road. Not exactly positive where I'm at, but I know I've been on this road one time. I mean, it's in the same town I live near, so I'm not that far, but I just not positive where this dumps me out at. However, okay, I did get cooled off going downhill, but not too bad. I did have to cover my face. It just got too cold, but I am about to go climb back up to where I live, and I think I'm gonna have to do like an extra half a mile just to hit the 10-mile mark once I get up there. So I'll just do a little loop in my subdivision on the paved road. So I'm now on the road that leads up to where I park my car. So I've got just under 2 miles to my car, but I'm going to do a little loop once I get up there, so about 2.5 or 3 miles by the time I get back to my car. One thing I love about the changing seasons is that it gives a new perspective on things, on the landscape. It's just really pretty, the way things change, the way light changes things and colors. And I keep seeing pink things, and I have to remember that I'm wearing pink goggles. I kept seeing a bunch of pink houses and pink cars. I'm like, what in the world? And then I realized, oh, they're white. So things look a little different with different colored glasses too. Rose-colored glasses. That's how I'm living life now. Looking through rose-colored glasses. So the sheep are all gone off of this road. These fields had quite a lot of them in there. They still have the water troughs right here. They don't leave those when there's not sheep, so they must have just moved them within the last week. They were here last week. Somehow, I have a headwind, which, I mean, isn't slowing me down. That's not the issue. I'm going slow anyway because I don't move very fast when it's cold. But it's blowing in my face and it's freezing. So I had to cover my face again. So my tights are a little tight around the waist, but not too bad. But these 3/4 length tights I've got underneath them are so tight on my waist. I can't breathe. All right, I've done the steeper part of this climb, and even that wasn't steep. It's just the steeper part. Oh, look how beautiful. I wish I could just sit and watch scenes like this all day long. And just sit and relax. Watch it change. But I can't. I need to get home. It's cold. Sun's gonna go down soon. So I need to get moving. I'll just watch it from my bike. Beautiful sunset, not sunset yet, is behind me. This is the opposite side. There's a little reservoir there. I think I'm gonna go right around it. So this is the road to the reservoir, but I kind of recall it being a kind of a rugged trail. So we'll see if I can do it in this bike. I had to turn around. It's too muddy. My wheels were sinking in, so not gonna work out. Alright, so it's looking like I've got a mile to do to reach 10 miles, and not a lot of time to do it in. I mean, it's a mile, so it shouldn't take me forever or anything. The sun is definitely setting now. I'm just climbing the hill to do the loop for the last miles I need to reach 10 miles. A couple years ago, we had like almost 200% snow pack here in Utah, and this one collapsed in with all the snow on top of it. It happened to a lot of cabins and RVs and like carports, the things that you park underneath. Happened to a lot of those buildings out here. This one already had some water damage on the roof, so that's probably why that happened. Most of the stuff that happened, most of the damage that happened was higher up on the mountain. So that one probably would have been okay if the roof wasn't rotten. You see the sunlight on the hillside. I know it's pretty here, but sometimes I'm just reminded at just how pretty it is. And this is one of those times. heading back down, back to my car. Since it's downhill, I'll be there in no time. So I'm gonna sign out. I will see you later. And until then, get outside. Doesn't matter what kind of weather it is. Just figure out a way to make it work. Breathe some fresh air. Get some sunlight on your skin if you can.